In the diagram below, OQRS is a rhombus. Find angles X, Y, and Z. Now, for us to solve this question, we have to highlight the rhombus part first. It says OQRS. That is OQRS is a rhombus. And in a rhombus, all the sides are equal. Take note of that. In a rhombus, all the sides are equal. All the four sides are equal. So this is the rhombus now. Then we should not forget that the opposite angles of a rhombus are equal. The opposite angles are equal. So the first thing I'd like us to look at here is this angle at the circumference. This X is the angle at the circumference, and then this angle here is the angle at the center. Don't forget, the points are coming from S and Q. And I have these two lines to the circumference to give us X. And I have these two lines from the same S and Q to the center to give us this angle at the center. So the theorem says that angle at center is twice that at the circumference. So if this is 2x, for us to get angle at the center, we say twice x. So twice x will be 2x. Because angle at center is twice angle at the circumference. Now, don't forget what I told you at the beginning, that the opposite angles of a rhombus are equal. So if this is angle Z, that means this is also angle Z. Opposite angles are equal. And if this is 2x, that means this angle here is also 2x. Because opposite angles are equal. Now, the next thing we need to do is to identify the center angle on this side. Don't forget, this X has its center angle on this side, that which is the opposite side of the diagram. So this is X and this is the 2X at its center. Similarly, this 2X now will have its center angle on this side, the other side. Don't forget the other side. So this 2x, its angle at the center is the angle that we have on this side. So don't forget, angle at center is twice that at the circumference. So if this is 2x, twice 2x will give us 4x. So that means the angle at this side of the center is 4x. Hope you have seen that. The angle at this side of the center is 4x. Now, don't forget, sum of angle at a point is 360. Sum of angle at a point is 360. So that means this 2x plus 4x. Let me write it here now. 2x plus 4x is equal to 360. Because sum of angle at a point is 360. 2x plus 4x will give us 6x. And 6x is equal to 360. So we can now divide both sides by 6. I divide this by 6 and also divide this by 6. So this 6 will cancel 6. And we now have the value for our x as equal to 360 divided by 6 is 60. So the value for angle x is 60 degrees. So now, let's move on to angle y. This is angle y and this is also angle y. Now, there's a rule that I usually call sum of adjacent base angles of two isosceles triangles. And with that rule, anytime you see an angle at this corner here, this part, and another angle at this part, whether they are the same or not, adding the two of them gives the angle at the circumference here, at the top here. Don't forget that rule again. When you see a structure like this, adding this angle at this elbow point here and this angle at this elbow point together, the two angles sum up to give this one at the circumference. And like I said, the rule is that sum of adjacent base angles of two isosceles triangles will give you that one at the circumference. If you want to prove that, what you just need to do is to draw a straight line to this point. That will give you these two angles as equal base angles. And then these two angles are also base angle of isosceles triangle. And from there, you see that y plus y will give you x. So with that now, we can use that rule now to find the value of y. So I can simply say y plus y, which is 2x, sorry, 2y, I mean. Y plus y will give me 2y. And 2y will be equal to the angle at the circumference here, which is equal to x. So from there, I can move on to say that 2y is equal to x, which is 60. So I can simply divide both sides by 2 and divide this by 2, so that these 2 will cancel 2. So from there, I have the value for angle y as equal to 60 divided by 2 is 30 degrees. So the value of angle y is 30 degrees. Now let's move on to angle x. Angle z. Looking at this figure, you can see now that this z and z, that these opposite angles here, we also give, when you sum them together, it will also give us this angle at the circumference. Just like the same rule I use here, that y plus y will give us x. In the same way, z plus z, that is these two angles at the elbow points at the end here, we give you this one at the circumference. And it's the same rule. Just trace a line like this. You find out that this z will become z here because they are both base angle of isosceles triangle. And then this z will also become z here because they are both base angle of isosceles triangle. So from there, you can now see that z on this side plus z on this side is equal to the whole of this angle, which is 2x. And like I said, the rule to state there is that sum of adjacent base angles of two isosceles triangle add up to give you this angle at the circumference. So from there, I can simply say z plus z. So let me put it on this side, that angle z plus angle z now is equal to 2x. That is, this angle and this angle sum up to give us this one, which is 2x. So that 2z, that is z plus z will give us 2z. And that will be equal to 2 times angle S is 60. You can see that there. So 2 times 60 because x is 60. So by the time I divide both sides by 2, let me just simply divide both sides by 2 and then also divide this by 2. These 2 will cancel 2 and these 2 will also cancel 2. Hope you are seeing that. Then from there, I'll be correct to conclude that angle Z, which is what is left here, is equal to 60, which is what is left here, because these 2 has cancelled 2. So Z is equals to 60 degree. So on a concluding note, I can say therefore x is equal to 60 degree. You can see that we obtain s as 60. So x is 60 degree. Y is equal to 30 degree. You can see that. And then z, angle z is equal to 60 degree as well. So these are the 3 values for x, y, and z. And that's the final answer. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and join for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.